Anguilla. So anyway, fast forward to 2009, they got CAN Engineering to do an assessment for them. And they assessed Social Security at the value of $8.3 million to 9-point-something million. I don't remember the exact figures. But remember, during the economic boom in Anguilla, it was about to be sold for $2.75 million. Anyway, Social Security now bought St. Reef for the government of Anguilla. The government of Anguilla is to pay the lease payments to Social Security in order to acquire St. Reef. It sounds like a Jimmy fix, right? But that's exactly what it is. And when the truth of this comes out, it'll be a bomb. The airport project, we all know what happened with the airport project. When the truth of the airport project, I don't want to go into the details because they gave Mr. Beard some sort of Jimmy fix as well. And when we bring in auditors, when the new government of Anguilla bring in auditors to oversee all of the mismanagement that we have seen in this country, I'm telling you that the brick greenhouse will not have enough room. I just said a big greenhouse will not have enough room. I didn't say what it is. Because last week, if you listen, when I was questioning the Minister of Finance on a particular individual owing the government tax money, he called the name. I didn't. He called the name. So people of Anguilla, I want you to be very careful in where you cast that X. That X is a sacred X, and I've spoken to a lot of people around the country, and a lot of people in this constituency who have said that they're not voting and they're not even getting registered. It is important that you get registered and you vote. And I want the people of Anguilla not to vote for Sutcliffe. I don't want them to vote for Neil Rogers. I don't want them to vote for these people. When they go in that booth, I want them to vote for themselves, their children, and their children's children. This is the way we need to vote. We need to stop voting based on an affinity to a particular individual. We need to start voting on who can best represent the people of this country. This is the way we need to vote. We have been voting the wrong way for a very long time. A very long time. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. We need to change the way we look at politics in Anguilla. We need to bring a different level of politics in Anguilla. We need to stop the mudslinging. And the Anguilla United Front have already started the mudslinging. The vice chair of the Anguilla United Front, Mr. Devan Kate, and I will speak his name tonight because he has been making a lot of personal attacks against his former friend, Mr. Hayden Hughes. Because this is the way they operate. They try to discredit everybody so that they can look good. But as Mr. Duncan said, when you point one finger, there are 4 fingers, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. So they need to be very careful because there's a lot of things, and politics have changed. The politics in Anguilla have changed, and the politics globally have changed. There's no more whispering and so forth. People are being bold now. People are being bold in their statements because how much more can we hurt? And I'm going to tell you this tonight, that there is a plan, a fiscal rehabilitation plan that the United Front cannot oversee. And I'm saying the reason why the United Front cannot oversee is because you look at their track record. Each memorandum of agreement, every deal that they have made, every deal that they have signed on, and you look at it, and you can see that we have steadily declined and declined and declined, and our costs of living continue to escalate and escalate. So what is happening to you? You are having less value for your dollar. So the United Front cannot take us out of this situation. In 2001, Mr. Banks implemented a 1% tax on a tax. He implemented a 1% surcharge on duty. Duty is a tax, the 1% is a tax, so basically it's a tax on top of a tax. It was a temporary measure in 2001. Fast forward to 2009. That is still there. When asked, why is it still there? The Minister of Finance said, we are going to increase it. We are going to increase it. He's also said that look out in 2010, there might be a 5% tax on your phone bill. All right? And this is just part of the equation. I can guarantee you this tonight. I can guarantee you this tonight. Very soon you'll be also paying income tax. And it comes more than the income tax. It is tax on the interest earned on your savings accounts. Thank goodness I have more debt than savings, so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm sure a lot of people might have more debt than savings as well, so they don't have to worry too much about it, but there'll be a tax on the interest earned on your savings account. And they have negative ramifications for Anguilla as a whole, because we have advertised Anguilla as a tax-free haven. We have advertised Anguilla to encourage inward investment as a tax-free jurisdiction. But when you implement all of these taxes, you can no longer advertise Anguilla as a tax-free jurisdiction. You have to change the whole marketing strategy of the country. Just like we have changed from Anguilla, tranquility wrapped in blue, to feeling is believing. And the reason why the government have made this decision to change it from tranquility wrapped in blue, because we are tranquil and we are wrapped in beautiful blue waters. But feelings believing was changed because they said that the crime situation in Anguilla had escalated and they didn't want to call it tranquility anymore. And we have also changed our tourism product. We are no longer about hotels anymore. We are about real estate with a little hotels in it. Real estate with a little hotels in it. It's going to affect everybody in this country. And if we continue this path, it is a destructive path. And sometimes I stay up in my bed late at night praying that something will change, because if the United Front is elected, I would support them to do the right thing. I would support them to do the right thing. But if they continuously do the wrong thing and make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes, what do we do? What do we do? So with that said, I would like to give my full support in this constituency to Mr. Sutcliffe Hodge, because I believe, and I strongly believe, that he is the one person who can hit the ground running and manage a ministry. I believe, and I sincerely believe, that he is the one person that you can put him in the Ministry of Finance and he can manage that ministry. You can put him in the Ministry of Social Services and he can manage that ministry. You can put him in the Ministry of Infrastructure and he can manage that ministry. You can put him in the Ministry of Tourism and he can manage that ministry. Sutcliffe Hodge is not only the general manager of Wireless anymore, you know. He is a manager and he has managers under him throughout the Windward Islands. This is somebody that we need. But we have a problem in Anguilla with accomplishment. And every time an Anguillian accomplish, we try to drag them down. Every single time. And this is why we continue to import candidates from America that we know nothing about. Because there's no history. There's no history of accomplishment. So this is what we continue to do. But all I can admonish you to do is to be objective, to look at it objective. Neil Rogers is my friend. He's your friend. As a matter of fact, I'm sure some of his family members are here. He boasted to me as well that he cannot ever lose his seat because his family is too big. Perhaps that is true. Perhaps that is true. But it has to be more than family. It has to be more than family. It has to be about Anguilla. And Sutcliffe Hodge is about Anguilla. Thank you. Good night.